Well, hello, good morning, Nigeria, and welcome to your go-to breakfast show live on Trust TV. This is Daybreak, where you need to be every weekday to catch up with developments within and outside Nigeria. One thing is certain, both economic and environmental weather conditions are not palatable at the moment, but what can we do but to weather the storm and hope for better things to come in the weeks, months, and years ahead. This week, as any other week, there's been quite eventful, to say the least. A lot of issues shaping the polity, conversations around what is going on in the country, and what Nigerians make of all the measures that has been put in place to address some of the pressing issues that concerns them on a day-to-day basis. And as always, we're on top of the situation to bring you up to speed with conversations that'll help inform your viewpoints on a variety of developing issues. This week, for instance, we've seen not just the nationwide protests, its subsequent suspension, but also the MPC meeting, which culminated into the 400% basis point or 4% increment in the interest rate in the country. And a lot of reactions are still trickling in with regards to what impact it may likely have on the current fragility of Nigeria's economy. Well, more on that and a lot of other variety of issues to discuss on Daybreak today. So thank you most kindly for joining us. My name is Abdullahi. Let's get interactive. As you're well aware, the NCC, or if you're not aware, well, the NCC has doubled down on its directive to telecom providers to disconnect, block SIM cards that are not connected to the National Identification Number, NIN. And of course, that is despite a High Court order in Lagos this week that has attempted to put a stop to that blockage. You might have noticed how the network issues were, perhaps especially with one particular network provider yesterday, persisted throughout the day, leading people to believe, wow, this is perhaps coming, perhaps this is the activation of that directive and implementation of it to disconnect subscribers who are not connected, who have not linked their SIM cards to their NIN as directed by the NCC. Well, we'd love to get your take. If your SIM card is still active, give us a call. And of course, share your thoughts with us about this particular directive, because it is saying that 11 million subscribers are facing that blockage today following the implementation of that directive by the NCC. We all know what the NCC hinged its decision on: the security of the country, as well as guaranteeing data collection and implementation of that data towards the growth and development of Nigeria. So where do you stand on this as the NCC forecloses any further deadline extension? We're quite used to the extensions coming at the 11th hour. This time around, NCC saying, well, no going back. This is the end of the line for those who have decided not to heed this warning or this call to link their SIM cards to their NIN. Give us a call and let us have your take on this one. Where do you stand on this SIM-NIN linkage, what it means for our development as a nation, and of course what it may likely do to help address the prevailing security challenge that we've continued to face with regards to insecurity by terrorists, bandits, kidnapping for ransom, and other crimes and criminality that we've come to witness for the better part of the last decade and counting. The number is on your TV screen. If you can, give us a call. We'd love to hear your take on this and many other developing issues in the country today that is shaping the conversation around that. So just to give you some sort of information regarding this particular implementation, telecom operators who confirm this, okay, we apparently have someone on the line, so let's speak to him. Apparently, people have a thing or two to say about this one. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Daybreak on Trust TV. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Peter, please. I'm speaking from Nasarawa State.
Peter from Nasarawa. Good morning. Good morning, Peter. Thank you very much for joining us. Go ahead, please. Hello, Peter. Okay, I think we've lost our connection to Peter calling in from Nasarawa State. Try and call back in. The number is on your TV screen. The connection might be a bit bad, but just try your luck again and have your say, because we would really love to hear organic voices. 11 million subscribers due to be disconnected, blocked, barred from accessing their services because they've not linked their SIM cards to the NIN. Following the directive of the NCC. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Daybreak. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Amos calling from Gombe.
Amos from Gombe. How is Gombe this morning?
So we thank God, Gombe is great.
How is the temperature like? What's the weather like? Is it hot this morning?
It's hot this morning.
Right, okay. Just bear with it. That's all we have to do at this moment. Go ahead, Amos. Talking about the SIM and NIN linkages. Have you done yours? What is your take on this?
I've done that of MTN.
Right.
Remaining the other lines, and it's hectic. And our call is for telecom companies to work on the making it very available for all to register, and by giving people notice in a good time.
Are you experiencing challenges connecting your link or linking your NIN to your SIM card? Is that what you're saying?
There is challenges.
Right. Okay.
Challenges. Okay. And then the NCC should be proactive in that, so that at least we can save Nigeria from the insecurity challenges.
The NCC says, Amos, the NCC says there is not going to be any further extension of the deadline. So what do you think about that?
So at least the problem is our computer. The way we do things, we just you tell people to do something, and then the means to do it becomes so difficult. You go to MTN offices, you find that people are so jam-packed, and then there are the workers are not fast, and there is always network problem. Like yesterday in my area, there is no MTN network at all. Right. These are some of the challenges. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Amos, for calling in. Really appreciate your take on this one.
Thank you.
That is indeed part of the problem, because I don't want to believe that the 11 million subscribers are all just negligent or do not care to do the right thing. There are significant issues around the system itself that doesn't allow people to do these things seamlessly. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from, please? Hello.
Yeah, Peter calling back, please.
Okay, Peter, good to hear from you again, Peter from Nasarawa. Go ahead, Peter.
Yes. Yes, please. What I want to contribute on this issue is this. You see the issue of this NIN. Going to their office for verification and what have you has been a problem. You see, we Nigerians, in fact, men at the top, the NCC and from the NIN office, they don't make things easy for Nigerians. Nigerians suffer, they pass through a lot to make sure they go for either they register their name or they're able to verify their link. Now, when you go there, you see a lot of people, they don't make it things easy at all. Now, for NCC now to bring up this issue, please tell Nigerians that they don't have, this is the last time for them, and that those who could not be able to link their name, their phone number to their names, that the names be blocked. But I don't see it coming this way. See, these people, they know the right thing and they know the wrong thing. See, when you talk of kidnappers, these people know who are they know the kidnappers. What are they doing? They know what they are doing. It's just for the common Nigerians to pass through hell. That's just the way I'm trying to see it. See, when you go to MTN office, you see people, a lot of people, just like Emma said, they don't care. In fact, you see people struggle to make sure that either their lines are unblocked or their numbers are linked to their names. So if they can be able to make it easy for Nigerians, why would Nigerians not be able to link up their names with their phone number? So they don't make things easy. The thing is just too difficult.
Right.
You see, people keep saying that Nigerians, they want difficult situations in most times. But in fact, from NIM and even the LCC, they're not making things easy. How could a whole country like Nigeria, the major carrier of mobile communication in the MTN, go up for almost 12 hours? But it's wrong. Yeah. And if, let's say, you have only that line or maybe that number now to communicate to, in case of emergency, how can you be able to get across to whoever will be able to help you? So this country, in fact, we have a long way to go, and nobody is saying anything when something like this happens today. So all I'm trying to say is this: they should make it easy. Make it easy for Nigerians, that Nigerians could be able to link up or maybe get. There are people who cannot even. They were saying verification. Personally, I have my name, I think about 12, 13 years ago, and I was told that I cannot be able to link my name with my mobile number. That I have to should go back to NIM office for verification. That is, I should update it again, so that other networks, I can be able to link up my name with other networks. In fact, I got to that place. The number of people I saw in Karo local government here, in fact, they are uncountable. Now, tell me. And they are saying these people should be able to block online where state or maybe from today. No, it's just pure wickedness to Nigerians and to common man. That is the way I'm looking at it. So they should be able to, in fact, let them visit this thing and be able to see how to release it, that Nigerians can be able to have access to all these things.
Right. Peter, I understand your frustration, and I thank you very much for calling and sharing your thoughts with us this morning. Thank you so much for your take on this one. And I couldn't help but agree with him on some of the issues structurally, because we've done several reports around how long it takes to get your NIN, even at this current moment in time, where it's weeks on end, where students need it for their WAEC and SSC examinations and so documentations, because NIN has become pretty much very central to the data collection process in the country, and that in itself is not easy. Someone else is on the line, so let's speak to our next caller. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from, please? Hello.
My name is Suleiman. I'm calling from Taraba State.
Suleiman from Taraba. Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Suleiman. Go ahead, please.
In fact, about this NIN linkage. About this NIN linkage, I've played it severally. After showing that it is successful, they will now send a message again telling you that you have to link your NIN with your line. Otherwise, your line is going to be blocked. So I don't know why all this kind of duplicity by this company. So, please, I don't know. NCC have to, with these service providers, they have to work in tandem with each other to make things happen successfully. Otherwise, after successfully linking, telling you have successfully linked your NIN, later they will come and send a message again telling you that you have to link, or otherwise your line will be blocked. These are the challenges we are facing.
Right. Thank you so much, Suleiman, for that. And I believe that there are so many people who can relate to exactly what you're saying. Having done it seamlessly, especially if you're using certain services, they allow you to just input your NIN and then connect it. And unfortunately, weeks or days later, you get another message telling you to do it all over again. And the frustration continues to build from that point, going forward. And that in itself is a part of the problem. There are people who are genuinely trying to do the right thing. However, the system that is being put in place to address all of that, or to allow them to do that, is cumbersome in a way that it discourages people from going ahead to do just that. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Pine Donat from Benue State, Makodi.
Jonah, thank you so much for joining the program. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to commend the efforts, and I still want to advise. In this country, they push us to a limit that I pray we don't get where we cannot return. You see, this issue of me, we are in a modern era, for Christ's sake. You don't stress people like that. There was a time, personally, from my experience, I registered this thing online with my phone. with my phone. After some time, they were still sending me message. I had to go to the office. Why don't make this thing seamless? We don't need to go and queue in offices, in MTN or Glo offices to do these things. Make these things available on our phones where we can sit in the comfort of our homes and register these things online. So that will reduce this stress. We have enough stress in this country already. So please, the telecom providers should make sure these things are done in the comfort of our homes. We are in a modern era. We don't need to go to the MTN or Glo office to go and queue. You go there for like 3 days. I was going there. I couldn't do it until the 4th day. For Christ's sake, I am pleading. Let's make these things in a manner that it will be less stressful for us. We are going through a lot in this country already. Right. Please. That's my take on that.
I can't help but agree with you on all of those points. Thank you so much for joining the conversation, Jonathan from Benue.
Yeah.
Things don't need to be this hard, especially with all the advancements we've made in telecom technology, for instance. It doesn't need to be this hard. You can use your USSD or perhaps go online and do some of these things. But sticking to the orthodox, traditional way of doing things, even when all of these numbers, all of these platforms can be accessed at the comfort of one's home. There is no need for people to go through all of the stress. As he said, Nigerians are going through a lot already. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning and welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from Mina.
Right. Your name?
I'm calling from Mina, Mohammed.
Okay, Mohammed, go ahead. Mohammed from Mina, go ahead, please.
Okay, so what I want to say is that Nigeria is a very... It's a very funny country. This is just one of the ways of trying to divert the masses from protesting about the situation in Nigeria. That's the way we see it here.
Why do you say that, Mohammed?
Yeah, because they know that the masses will be going out to different outlets to look for a way to make this registration of name linking and all of that. It's a good idea, though.
Yeah, but you're aware that this directive has been around for quite some time, right? It appears that our connection. Mohammed, can you hear me? Okay, we're just going to move to the next caller. Mohammed, call back again if you have more to say on this issue. The number is on your TV screen. Call in, give us your take on this SIM-NIN linkage. The deadline is over, and of course, the NCC says there's not going to be any further extension of its deadline, and SIM cards or subscribers who have not connected or linked their SIM cards and their national identification number will be cut off. That is the directive of the Nigeria Communications Commission, and it is saying that there is no going back on this one. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Telecom from Ilorin.
Sorry, come again?
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you now. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Telecom from Ilorin.
Dolapo from Ilorin. All right, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I appreciate the topic in progress.
Can you speak up a little bit, because I'm struggling to understand what you're saying.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now. So go ahead, please. Okay. It appears that the connection is not, the signal is not good enough. That is something that has also become evident. Perhaps one of the things that Nigerians are frustrated about also, that the service itself is nothing to write home about. And so to be disconnected from a poor service itself is adding insult to injury. But we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome to the program. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
I'm Zachary from Niger State.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Go ahead, please. What is your take on this issue?
My own MTN was also blocked.
Right.
And I had 3 lines that I registered all of them on the same day. That was about how many years ago? So they will send a message to me that I should link my NIN. I will do the something. They'll tell me, okay, I should wait. It's in process. Until I couldn't see anything until the other time they were telling me that my line has been bad. I should go to where I will unblock it. I went there. The people they now told me that my own line that I'm using is another person's NIN that is there. So the network themselves, they have problems. They have to do something about their lines that we are getting outside. Not that we are not willing to link our distance, but all manner of hanky-panky games are being played in all those things. So the national body should also look into all those areas. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. These are personal experiences of Nigerians who, have genuine grievances with the system and the way it has been set up to function. And I believe that these are germane issues that need to be addressed. Getting NIN is not that easy, and then doing it when it comes to linking the SIM to the NIN itself is also something that people have to do over and over. Someone else is on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is David Edward.
David, where are you calling from, David, this morning?
Calling from Adamawa State.
David from Adamawa, thank you so much for calling in. Go ahead, please.
You're welcome, sir. My take on this, because let me first and foremost appreciate the effort of the telecommunication and NIN management. But what I expect them to do is not the issue of blocking the line or on those lines. Because if you see, even now the way we are communicating, the network is not even good. So what I expect the NIN people to do is to make sure that all these network issues will be put in place first. And if you look at it, there are some people in the villages, even all these messages that go and link, go and do this and record this, they don't even have the idea what is happening now.
All right.
Because we spent 12 days in the hospital with my my uncle's wife. And he just came from village asking us our phone has developed a problem. When we check, we end up seeing that the line has been banned. So when we try to send her okay to go because they say she must be there, they must take a picture, they must now, which she refused to shift from. So now with this issue we are still there when we lost our uncle. And now she went back to his village. Now how can we address those issues?
Yeah.
So please, I will call on you guys. Please talk to those people because blocking these lines will not be the solutions.
Right, and I can't help but agree with you on that point.
Nigeria is bigger than what everybody is thinking because you can't just wake up in the night and make a policy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, David, for that articulate thought, and that also exposes you to another layer of the conversation. What about our rural communities? Already, they're very far away, detached from some of these developments in the inner cities or in the metropolitan areas. And now, a significant number of them talk about the lack of education, the lack of awareness and sensitization that needs to be made available to subscribers. People like Jonas on, for instance, who is a rural dweller. What about them? What about the education that they need for these things to happen? And what about the challenges they are facing with regards to the system and how it is being put together to function? Because I reckon that all of these villages don't have a single MTN or Glo or any other telecom offices that they can go to get their NIN connected to their SIM card. So these are all some of the structural issues that perhaps need to be addressed to make sure that we're all on the same page and heading in the right direction. As far as this issue is concerned, 11 subscribers probably will be disconnected at the end of the day. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from, please? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I am James Ajeku, calling from Benue State.
James.
Hello.
James from Benue State. Good to hear from you.
Benue State.
Benue. Yeah, go ahead,
Yes.
please.
Good morning once again.
Good morning.
You see, there's a problem in Nigeria that we are unable to tackle major part of it. Go to the NIN offices in our various local government now. You must pay money first. And our villagers, from their village to come and register, there is insecurity. So if you are taking a decision now to embark on such blockage and what of you, I don't understand where our government is heading to. The insecurity that we are talking about cannot be eradicated through linking on our SIM card. We have military, we have Operation White Stroke everywhere in our local government. Go west, let's say go west for example. We have Operation White Stroke from Kola. We have them from Naka to Agagbe. The Fulanis are killing us just like chicken. So I don't see any reason why they will block our SIM card because of insecurity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, James, for that contribution. Really appreciate you for calling in. So as you can see, the experiences vary from one individual to the other. And of course, they all make a lot of sense regarding the scale of the challenges that people face on a regular basis. There's also the issue of the poor network service itself that needs to also be significantly addressed. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program, and please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
I'm Juliet from Nasarawa State.
Juliet from Nasarawa State. Thank you so much for calling in. Go ahead, Juliet.
My own contribution is that what about people that are in the village? What would they do with this situation of insecurity in Nigeria? So I think what they should do is that they will not just go back and cut off the communication from people. They have to send staff to go each local government and register people. Because it will not be fair like that. I don't know why in Nigeria they believe that.
Juliet, are you still there? We've lost our connection to Juliet. Quick reminder, rules of engagement. If you're calling in, please turn down the volume of your TV set so we can have an interaction seamlessly without any form of interference, or echoing at the background that doesn't allow for smooth conversation. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Peter calling from Ogun State.
Peter from where?
Peter, Ogun State.
Peter from Ogun. Good to hear from you this morning, Peter. Go ahead. What is your take on this whole situation?
The issue I'm seeing here is that I don't think the blocking of the line should be the first step that is supposed to take on this issue. Rather than we have so many security which are actually in charge of this situation that are supposed to look at one or two things to do towards it, not shutting the lines off. Because if the military or the police are ready to stop all the insecurity we are facing in the country, I think they can still touch one or two things. They know the needful things they are supposed to do, not rather blocking the lives of the other citizens which are not involved in the matter of the insecurity in the country. So we have the senior officers there, either the police or the army or the navy. They know what they do. They know the angles which they're supposed to tackle into, not the innocent citizens. Because many people are trying to link on this NIL. Someone like me, I'm having like 4 or let me just say 3 lines as I'm talking to you. The whole night I've been trying to link my NIL, but none of them are responding. So what am I going to do? None of them are responding.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Peter, and we, appreciate you for calling in. And of course, this just signposts more and more of the frustrations that many Nigerians are dealing with, trying to do the right thing, but facing this lag or difficulty in trying to do the same thing. And in the midst of all of this, Nigerians are just trying to go about their regular lives and do the needful to address all of the other issues that they have to deal with on a regular basis. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please. All right, we've lost the connection. Another one is in. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
My name is Rotimi, calling from Kebbi State.
Did you say Godwin from Kebbi State?
Okay. Rotimi is the name.
Rotimi from Kebbi State. I beg your pardon. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I would say the NCC, they are incompetent at their job because the system itself is disorganized. Some years back, they forced the telecommunication companies to do this stuff, the insecurity. And still yet, there is no progress. When we look at now, when we are traveling from north to east, south, the same immigration people, custom, will be collecting bribes from non-Nigerians. And I even discussed something a year back of Fulani and Niger people that are not from Nigeria having Nigeria NIN. Where do they get it? And all these things, they claim that they are doing it because of the insecurity issue. But after they're forcing people to do the needful, see yet there's no positive result. So now, at the end of the day, when they make people to go and link their NIN, the people will link it. But still yet, there is no progress. All we heard is maybe a week after then, no progress. Everything will just shut down. And the insecurity they are all claims that they are fighting for will still continue. Look at where the country is today. They just force people, block their line for no reason and make them to do what they claim that is right. But after people link, there's no positive result. The entity themselves, they should look within their own system and do the needful before forcing people to go and be linking their line, of which we will link and there is no positive result out of it.
Thank you so much, Rotimi, for articulating your thoughts in that manner. There are so many gaps within the system. You've pointed out quite a good number of them that need to be addressed to address some of the and mitigate the gaps within our system, whether it's regards to security, data management, or planning itself. Someone else is on the line to speak to us. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. Your name, please, and where you're calling from. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome to the program.
Morning.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling from? Okay, apparently, I mean, we talk about poor quality service. This is just the highlight of it. Someone else is on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I am Ephraim from Gombe State.
Come again?
I am Ephraim from Gombe State.
Ephraim from Gombe.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ephraim.
Yeah, the truth is the issue of linking NIM with our SIM is a very good initiative because in every developmental country or in any
situation whereby we have an increase or a technological development, certainly it comes with some certain challenges. The hijack of our SIMs today by the bandits is because we're having a development in our technology, and we must secure that. One of the best way of securing is to link our name with our NIN so that we can be able to know who is calling. It will aid the security and it will help ourselves. So I think federal government have tolerated the network providers for long. And even though there is a gap, just like you said, there is a gap from the part of the network providers. They were unable to close those gaps. Till today, I can say they are still selling SIMs that are registered already.
Yeah.
And I wonder, how can they reconcile that? So I think it behoves of the federal government to tax the network providers, to sanction them, and make sure that they do the right thing. As of those that are already victims of this, they should be patient and go and re-register their SIMs. There is nothing wrong in that. The problem is we cannot tolerate this insecurity going on and on and on and on. The country is failing. We should accept that. And one of the best reforms is this linking of name with our SIM. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Ephraim. Really appreciate your thoughts on this one. Another dimension to the conversation is the issue of regulation and what the telecom providers themselves have been doing, flaunting, violating, breaching some of these regulations, especially pre-registered SIMs. They have been a part of the problem. So many sanctions in the past, but you get a sense that the sanctions are not hard enough, and that's why this situation persists. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Hello, this is Adeleke calling from Ilefe.
You have to come again. The name?
This is Adeleke Samson calling from Ilefe.
Adeleke Samson from Ilefe. How is Ilefe this morning?
No, everything is cool and calm here.
Good, good. Go ahead then.
Now, the other aspect I want everybody to take a look at on the NIN linkage is this. Some of the NIN did by our people, whenever they try to link it to their SIM card, it will call for an invalid, if to just display invalid NIN. And whenever they go back to the NIN of it, they find out that they will say they are closed for the day, or maybe they have issue with their networks. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of invalid NIN is generating for the people, and it makes it difficult for the people to link their NIN with the SIM cards. So, and if government can do something to free this, to take a look on this issue, I think it will be better and easier for people to be linking it. More so, let the network provider create a short code. The USS code that will make everything easy for the people. Even people that don't know how to do it can access their family friends to help them to do it, rather than to leave their place to go and look for a station of MTN or Globacom before they will link it.
Yeah.
Because this is an hard time.
Yeah.
People are not even eating well. So to move around is even difficult. So if our government can do something to ease it, I think everything will be okay. That's my own contribution.
Thank you so much, Adeleke, for your contribution. Really appreciate you for calling in. And that just, once again, re-echoes much of the frustration that people are feeling regarding this particular issue. And you get a sense that sensitization itself is not significant enough. And that's why we have some of these gaps within the system in trying to achieve this all-important initiative that the NCC is pushing ahead. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. Your name, please, and where you're calling from. Hello, good morning. Okay, I think we lost the connection to that caller. Feel free to call back in. We have a couple of minutes to spare to discuss this because it is something that will definitely impact the lives and livelihood of Nigerians. Imagine 11 million subscribers cut off from the system. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Your name, please, and where are you calling from?
I am Ismail Abdulkarim, calling you from Pandogari, Niger State.
Ibrahim, right? Ismail. I beg your pardon. Ismail. Yeah. Thank you so much for calling in. Go ahead, please, Ismail.
Okay. My contribution with regards to the topic of discussion that customers should link their lines to the NIN, and I think this government is always introducing some policies that will create another hardship to the masses. What we are now experiencing, considering the current situation of
Ismail, are you still there? I think we've lost our connection to Ismail. Feel free to call back again. We'd love to get as many divergent opinions and views about this, because 11 million subscribers are facing this blockage today as a result of the NCC directive. And to be fair, it's been on for quite some time for people to do the needful. So we're talking about a variety of issues, whether it's regarding the challenges people face or the impact this is likely going to have on the lives and livelihood of people. And according to the NCC, this is a matter of critical national security. And when it comes to security, I think we all are in agreement that the current situation is not palatable, and that we need to do something about it. So the NCC is saying there's no going back on this one, no further extension of the deadline, and that the NIN SIM linkage is paramount to its operations in helping address the security challenges that Nigeria continues to face, and that it is set to begin today, despite a court order, a federal high court order in Lagos that stopped the NCC from implementing, or that bars the telecom providers from going ahead with following this particular directive because of an appeal that is still pending in our courts today. So give us your take on this one as we wind down the discussion on the impact of the SIM-NIN linkage and what it is likely going to do to our polity as far as addressing some of those gaps are concerned. Okay, we do have a representative of the Public Affairs Director of the Nigeria Communications Commission. Mr. Reuben Mouka is joining us this morning to provide some insight into this one. Mr. Mouka, thank you so much for making the time to join the conversation. You might have heard from Nigerians who have been expressing their dissatisfaction with this policy direction. What would you like them to know about why this has to happen?
Yeah, good morning, listeners. I think the reason why it has to happen is it is in the interest of national security, our security, interest of even the consumers, that we need to get the identities of people who are using the phones, that their name has to be linked to their SIM, also for the same reason. So it is, and for a long time we have been on it, asking that this be done. It's almost 2 years, and for each time people are not listening to go and link their name to their SIM.
There are some who have called and said they've done it several times, and then they get the same message again: go back and link your NIN. What can you tell us about, what the NCC is doing about telecom providers whose systems are not functional enough to allow subscribers to do these things seamlessly without the usual hassle?
I don't think that that any of the providers is unable to do that. The problem has been with individuals where maybe you have some issues with your identity that you have in your name as different from what you use to register your SIM card. Maybe some name changes, maybe some biometrics items did not align with what data that is at NIMC. So with that, you have in your SIM. So the operators do call you back if people have taken the time to go back, to go to the operators where they will verify that the name that they have submitted or they are holding is correct. And then they look at their own biometrics again to know how correct they are, and both of them align. There wouldn't be any problem.
Now, Mr. Reuben, what about that High Court order from Lagos that stops the telecom providers from doing this? Why is the NCC disregarding that court order to implement its directive?
I can say that we are not aware of any court order. I think we are just hearing people saying there was a court order. I don't think NCC was informed of any court order, any court process.
Right, okay. What about the extension? The NCC has ruled out any possible deadline extension. Why is that?
Yes, as I said, it's been a recurring issue because when people decide not to have linked their name to their SIM, nobody takes that. Most people do not take action, even when this warning about disconnection has been happening for over getting to 2 years. So no matter how long we extend it, the same thing will keep happening. And the major objective of SIM-Reg and NIN acquisition continues to be dragged. So I think it is time that we come to some end to it. There are millions of people whose lines have not been linked to their name. So it was important that we take a very serious action to be sure that people do that.
Okay.
And of course, it doesn't mean when you are disconnected, it doesn't mean when you are bad, you can still go ahead to go to your service provider and get your name, and after they validate your name, they verify that your name is correct, and then they will know your customer details. They will check up your biometrics and identities, all the requirements, and they will give you your line back.
Right. Of course, that's the process and the procedure. But what about inclusion, Mr. Reuben? There are a lot of people in the villages. Do you think the NCC is putting enough pressure on this telecom providers to scale up their presence, especially in some of our communities? We are well aware of the current economic hardship right now. It's not easy for people to travel from one location to another. What is the NCC doing to step up its action on making sure that people have easy access to do all of these things that is required of them?
Yes, that is why we gave a long time for this to happen. People went to acquire these services. So to a large extent, we believe that there are locations near everywhere in Nigeria where people can go to do this if they have not done. Ordinarily, when you are acquiring your SIM, you ought to have that registration done. And if you do your new registration, all this could have been done easily, just like many people who did it, and they were linked by way of just dialing some numbers to the system, and the thing will link together. It is those who have issues with their name at that time, or their SIM that we are talking about. So the consideration is there are locations of service providers where people can always go to sort out issues other than SIM linkage.
Right.
So they can do that again.
Okay. We're going to have to leave it here. Director of Public Affairs, Nigeria Communications Commission, Mr. Reuben Mouka, thank you so much for joining us and providing context for this all-important conversation.
Thank you.
All right. This is where we're going to have to end the conversation for today. Of course, unfortunately, some persons will have to be collateral damage on this one. But as the Public Affairs Director said, you go and you do the needful, address those issues by registering or connecting your SIM card to your NIN. Service will be restored on your SIM card for continuous usage. But of course, I believe a lot of people still have some questions that need to be answered regarding some of the structural issues as to why they are unable to do what they needed to do years ago. But we're going to have to anchor the conversation here for now.